Yay!
Hi.
Hello, hello.
Wonderful to see you. How is your day? How is this beautiful day? It is so beautiful outside and it's warm. It's starting to getting warm here in Los Angeles. So how is your universe going?
Things are going well. I got a little time outside, did some stretching outside earlier, so I got a little sun.
Mhm.
Um, can definitely concur, getting very nice out, feeling like spring
Yes,
today. So
right, right.
so that was nice. How's your day going so far?
Yes. Beautiful, beautiful. I was outside too in the garden and just feel the energy of the trees and the flowers start to, like this spring energy, like new beginnings, and
Yeah.
just follow the sunshine, and it was just beautiful. So
Nice.
nice to talk to you. With you we talk about frequency, so let's introduce yourself a little bit to some people know you already. You were on two of our soul song journeys,
Yes.
Sunday soul song journeys, one in Huntington Beach, one in Bel Air. But let's start with the introduction. So, who are you? Tell us. Tell us.
Um, I'll try. I'll keep it short. Uh,
Take your
um,
time.
my name is Sean Aeon. I am a philosopher, author, and visual artist. Um, I guess I would say currently what I am, how I kind of introduce myself as far as the work is concerned is I have a book collection called the Aeon LSD collection. The title book, Aeon LSD, is essentially a journey with these 12 different characters. And the book is this tool that we're able to use. And I very much believe in the power of storytelling and the way that fiction, especially, can transport us into another's perspective and allow us to experience a broader point of view. So with my writing, you're on a journey with these characters, and they're all experiencing different stages of their awareness. So we're able to see the growth and the expansion and the different aspects of, just navigating, getting to know ourselves deeper, and realizing the connection that we have to others. And we're seeing that through the perspectives of these 12 different characters. And I've always been and I'm a huge short story fan. So that's a big part of the inspiration, is how much um, really I've been able to be uh, guided and elevated through storytelling, through that specific medium.
But
So
characters, is there a one, like a favorite character of yours?
a favorite character?
Yeah, like something
Uh,
that is like, wow, this is really
um,
wow.
mm,
I love to read that again in my book, or something
okay.
like, do you have something in your book like this, like when you say 12
Yeah.
characters? So it's something that you say, whoa, I feel very connected, or it's always changing. You feel connected one day with this character, then with another, then so it depends on your kind of like on your journey. So and how is it going?
No, definitely. And I feel like there would probably be a different resonance. I'd resonate with a different character, maybe depending on how I'm feeling
Hmm.
that day.
Hmm.
Um, but I feel like essentially the book starts with a young man who's dealing with the loss of a friend. So
Hmm.
we start in essentially the darkness where
Hmm.
we all
Hmm.
begin.
Hmm.
And as we travel through the book, we get to this last chapter, and it's essentially a younger man speaking to like an older gentleman, and they're realizing that even though they're so different in when they were born, they're different in the environment that they came into and where
Yeah.
where they've experienced life, but they're seeing the way that their perspectives, all that they have in common.
Yeah.
They're realizing all that they share. So I would have to say, out of the last chapter is kind of the culmination of all of these different experiences.
Yeah.
There's like a murder mystery chapter. So like there's a bunch of different
So
versions
you
of just
really go in different dimensions.
different dimensions, different directions, and it's really to illustrate just how
Yeah.
dynamic the human experience
Hmm.
is. Like all of these
Hmm.
things happen and can happen, and there is truly beauty to be found in every version of the way that we can express being
Yeah.
human.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds beautiful. So, yeah, we know that we can order your book, of course, through you or through a website or through I don't know where your book is. Your book everywhere.
Yes, it is available on Amazon.
Ah, okay.
I'm going to be having actually signed copies. I'm going to be getting that up on Etsy. So I have
Oh,
an Etsy
good.
store as well. And then, yeah, if you go directly to my website, eonis.com, AEONAES.com, all the links and everything are on there as well. But yeah, I'd say like Amazon and Etsy.
We can
Probably the,
write that here in this live
yeah,
stream as well, the website, and of course
100.
Instagram. You can contact them if someone wants a book or to speak about more about asking questions. You're very open for questions, right?
100%. I like even
That's
in the
how everything starts,
that's how
right? Good
everything starts.
question.
Like
Yeah.
even in the book, there's a philosophy that I created called Aeonism, and it's like the first aspect of the philosophy is inquiry. It's asking the question. Like
Yes,
if we
right.
if we don't ask any questions, then we'll
Yes,
never find any
yes,
different paths,
yes,
any new avenues. So yeah, if asking the inquiry, the inquisitiveness, like that curiosity, like I feel like that's how everything begins for us. Like
yes.
that's how the elevation begins.
Absolutely. So I always say then the double we question, like why, what,
Okay.
when, who,
Okay.
these are
Okay.
very powerful
Definitely.
questions when they start with that. So, and when I was starting my spiritual journey with music, as a singing psychic medium, I had to ask this question. So, what I am doing in my life, why I'm doing this,
Mm,
so with who I do the things, and all these things were related to starting to ask myself and to have this self-reflection.
right.
And today, when we say we talk about frequency, so yes, everything has a frequency. So what that means in real life. So today, the topic with you is dark magic real?
Okay. Okay. Is it dark magic or dark spirits? Wait, which
Dark
one?
spirits, dark magic, I mean, all that things, like the
Okay.
people are, oh, is that real? Is that really a thing?
Yeah.
So before I go into it, I want to give you the
No, I did the introduction first. We didn't even get your. What is your
okay.
introduction? We didn't even.
Okay, so my my introduction is I'm Saskia. I'm the singing psychic medium from Dust of Soul. I work with music now 12 years around the world. We traveled so much in different countries. We did in Mumbai some beautiful music projects, music videos, of course, as well. We worked there with the kids from the Dharavi. We did there with them together with beatboxing, but also with our music together. A beautiful music video. Everything is on YouTube. Then we channeled a beautiful soul song for His Majesty in Oman, so for the king from Oman, and we were the first Swiss people in the Arabic breakfast, in the Arabic TV breakfast TV. So you see everything on YouTube. It's pretty funny, and then we had the honor to play for the Majesty, so for the royal family in a stadium when he had birthday. So we went, of course, to Europe because we are from Switzerland, and our journey leads us to Los Angeles, to the United States. And it's all together with the spiritual path. So at the very beginning, we were like thinking, oh, okay, maybe we are singer, songwriter. You know, Michael is a piano player. I just sing a little bit, and then things started to happen, and our spiritual energy start to grow and to go more in contact with our art as well. So I was always on the side to, when I do music, I do music that I want to touch people's heart and to bring in the light, and to have my responsibility what I channel. I don't channel dark things or things that makes people sad. So I try to, even when life is maybe sometimes a very, like very harsh or not so easy, I always try, and I was always like this. I mean, I started my music career with 29. So the thing is, I was always like this. I was always looking, what can I do, even the situation is absolutely worse. So, and when you bring that into art, okay, how can I transform the situation, even it looks so dark, even there is no hope, but where is this spark of light and hope that I can bring in, and then to uplift myself, of course, but also uplifting others, because where is the point to just stay there and complain and be negative and be, that is not fun. It is not fun. I know it's easy for the mind because we get trained like this, to gossiping, to complain, to always give the responsibility to someone else. Oh, my parents they were not supportive. Oh, I had no money. Oh, my school education was not that good. Yes, of course, you will always find something that you can complain about it. But what is with the other side? You will always find something that is okay and wonderful, and from there you make the next step. So, and this is all frequency. So this complaining and this energy of being angry and being aggressive to others has a frequency, but also to go into like, hey, so why I am aggressive to someone, why I go so gossiping to someone. So the we question, double we, how you say that, the letter
Oh, W.
W. So the W questions, they leading you out of the hole and of the cave. And then you start to, you wait a moment, I have to ask myself why I am like this. Because when you are like this, you will always attracting gossip in your life. You will always attracting that frequency, that it's like a radio station that you are channeling, because you are the channeler. Everyone is a channeler. Everyone channels energy. But then I mean, I had so many dark things that happened to me in my life. This life between us, it would not have enough time for that. So, but it's kind of like, wait a moment. Okay, I don't like that in my life. What? Double we question again. Can you say it again?
Oh, W.
W question again. What can I do to go out of that? Because it's my responsibility. It doesn't matter how many programming you went through or you are in. On some point in your life, it's your responsibility how you get out of it, and no one's else. So, and then also in my life, I had this dark magic, dark spirits. And dark spirits, I dream a lot in the night from things. They want to kill me. They want to make me kind of like silent, and that I don't sing. When I was starting to sing, the most common dream that I had in the night was that my mouth is full of splitters, of glass splitters. And I woke up and I had to to cut that out. And in the dream, every glass splitter came out. I woke up, I was like, what is going on? And then that someone wants to kill me and holding me like this. That's why I have my tattoo here, that nothing can hold me, not a dark spirit, even in the night. So, but from that point, I was it was horrible for me because it was so real. I was afraid to go to sleep. So on that point, you can decide, okay, dark spirits, dark magic, whatever it is, if someone did dark magic to me, or if it is a dark spirit from my family line, whatever it is the most important thing was always for me, music and to sing is more important than to stay with these dark spirits. So then it's a decision. So then it's the question how I get out of that. What can I do? And not to be the victim, because we are not. The thing is, because I started to sing, I start to change the frequency from my family line. And then, of course, all the dark spirits, all the negative energy came to me and start to attacking me. But then I can say, oh no, this is too heavy for me. Okay, I go back in the kitchen. I'm a chef in the kitchen. I go back in a hotel. I just do the cocktails for other people and everyone has fun, just not me. Okay, or I start to ask questions, how and what can I do to go out of it? So I did the tattoo. So I started to make journaling. I started to clean myself, for example, with Florida water before I go to bed, that I'm protected. And then I always, when I wake up in the night and I was afraid, I imagine myself with golden light. And then I said, okay, spirits, you can go to the golden light. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to stay here with my family. Even someone did an invitation for you. I am not inviting you anymore. It's done. So, but I had to do the spiritual work. And that's the decision. And for me, I know even when things looking dark or dark spirits are around or this thing, in many other things happen to me, but this was just a little short thing. Um, there is a way out as well. And people forget about that. So the power is in you, but you have to make the decision and then the work. So people always think, okay, then I just do my cleansing with sage once and then I'm good. No, you have to do it all the time because everything is always in a movement. So you have to be clear and to be focused. So to have a good focus on your spiritual path, I would say, is something very, very important. And yeah, that was my introduction and a little bit about dark spirits or energies. So how is your experience?
Um, great introduction. Um, yeah, I feel like just to kind of build from what you were saying and like from actually what I think it's so interesting the way that dreams especially um are just it's one of our greatest tools. I feel like is being able to connect with our dreams and remember them or quickly write them down when we wake up, or I know there's like certain teas and certain like tinctures and elixirs that can kind of deepen that connection for people. And what I find so interesting about it is just the way that you were describing having these dreams about these like dark spirits, these dark energies that are trying to silence your voice. And I think I remember part of like when you guys were at the Dust of Soul uh, events, and I'm not sure if it was the first or the second one, but part of like your introduction was like speaking about the way that like you've had people in your past that didn't want you to sing,
Yes.
that didn't support, you know, your mission or your passion. And I think it's so interesting the way that our dreams can really become those mirrors to shine, to really show that emphasis on, hey, this is what's happening. Like there you have within your experience in some way, you have this frequency of energy in your orbit somewhere. So I really think that's such like a perfect parallel and a perfect way that we can really, I guess, kind of verify for ourselves what how we see a dark spirit or a dark energy. um Philosophy is kind of my jam, and I've experienced philosophy as existing between the spiritual and the psychological, or like the spiritual and the
Like a
scientific. uh,
bridge as well.
a bridge, like you find aspects of like philosophical thinking in both spirituality and in science and in psychology. And so I always see the way that each one of these forms of communication is essentially able to communicate one idea in these different ways. One is going to be scientific, it's going to be very numbers oriented and formulas. And then you're going to have like the spiritual side that's speaking more about energy and essentially how these scientific things make us feel is really how we're able to describe it spiritually. And then we have like the philosophical aspect where it's like, okay, like how are we perceiving this? Like how are we connecting this thing that makes us feel something that science doesn't know how to put numbers and calculations to?
Yeah. Yeah.
um so so with dark energy, actually there's actually in chapter 11 of Aeon LSD, one of the characters is speaking about their experience with someone they felt was demonically possessed. So, and the interesting thing the character is experiencing, and what I was able to find, and just as I was researching the topic as well, is I remember always thinking like demonic, like a dark energy like entering
Mm-hmm.
someone was just like the scariest thing. Like especially like as like a kid, like that. Not a lot of stuff scared me, but that
Yeah.
scared me. I was like, no, like that's too much. And but as I was just like researching the topic, it was very interesting the way that the psychology, like what's happening in the mind psychologically when someone is under some sort of spiritual possession, the way that it's really this energy that comes from within them. It's not
Mm-hmm.
necessary. It's something that we're allowing to basically come forth from within us.
Mm-hmm.
um and in that sense, this dark energy is always in protection of whomever is allowing this frequency, this energy, this being, uh which of course the energy is like personifying itself as like something that we can interpret as speaking to us or looking at us or blinking at us or what have you. But whenever that energy is allowed to take shape, it's we're trying to protect ourselves from something. Like if you watch, I was like watching exorcisms and just like all this difference, and I was just like, wow,
Yeah.
like it what because of what it gives someone this like extra strength. They'll just, it'll be like a little tiny person and they'll pick up a chair and throw it across the room or something. And it's just like, huh, it's very interesting the way that when this is a lot, like when this energy is allowed to um when we allow it to come to the surface, essentially,
Yeah.
the way that it demonstrates itself. um so I think and in that case it's like it's real. There's also a thing happening in the mind as well where um you're really dropping into, I guess how we would bridge this to the spiritual side is you'd be dropping into like your lower chakra. Just you're essentially there's no more higher thinking, and really what that dark energy is representing is that survival instinct, that fear instinct, that um yeah, that that more animalistic
Yeah.
thinking that keeps us alive.
Yeah.
It's not worrying about someone, it's not considering the next person, it's not thinking of the collective. No, it is making sure that this version
Mm.
of the expression of the divine stays here, and that's its one singular assignment. um so that and then so that becomes, of course, like the shadow of what how I've been able to interpret that type of energy. Like that would be the shadow, and the light of that is the fact that we're able to learn from these type of experiences as well. So we can see what it's like when we allow ourselves, or someone allows themselves, to drop into these lower frequencies, and understanding that if someone feels that they need that level of protection, if they feel that the thing that makes the most sense to them is to essentially like abandon some of their, you know, higher vibration uh perception, like seeing the world just in like seeing the love in the world, or being able, like you said, to like not view themselves as the victim. Like these are all higher vibration,
Mm-hmm.
these are
Mm-hmm.
higher frequency
Mm-hmm.
ways of
Come
thinking.
out of that energy field, and then just to do step by step by step by step by step by step, like, yeah.
Exactly.
And today I don't have these dreams anymore. I don't have these dreams. It is
And
kind of like,
exactly.
whoa, I have cool other dreams, very cool ones. So something really changed in the last 12 years during the whole journey.
100%.
And
And it's like your dreams reflect that, the changes that have been happening in like physical reality.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then it's always like, so it's you do your own decisions, and you are the co-creator. You creating, and you co-create with your whole environment. And it's then, and that's why you have, I always say to the people, so it's really not done just to do one time Florida water, or just to do like 1 day journaling. This is really a practice behind,
Definitely.
a practice behind. So cleansing, shower. I have, sometimes I have my very high vibrational how you say?
That sounds so good. That sounds good even on the live. That sounds really
It
nice.
sounds good. Yeah,
What
it's
was that?
more
That's a
than
bell. Like you
it's a
have a,
bell. Yes, of
yeah,
course, it's a bell.
like a throat
More than
chakra, right?
3,000, yeah, throat chakra, more than 3,400 hertz. And to activate the throat chakra in a positive way, to give that the room, and and at the very beginning, when I started my singing, all these fears were like demons getting real. So for example, I was still working there as a nutrition coach and as a sport coach for private people. So, and then I had the brain stroke. I was paralyzed. I decided to go on my music healing journey. But then I told them, oh, maybe I go to New York. I have 10 days left just to clean my mind. And from there, I did my first channel. But I was like, yeah, and yeah, I will start to sing and to invest in my music direction. And everyone was like, what? You can sing? And I said, yes, just nobody knows. So, and then, you know what then happened? My body, I always was sick, and I always had pain in my throat chakra. And really, I did the decision, and it blocked here, and I was always sick, and, coughing, pain, a lot of pain. And then, you know what the people told me, my clients? Saskia, don't do that. This is not safe to sing, because you are much safer when you are just a coach. You see, when you have pain, you can sing. How you want to do this career? So right now you are not on a singing path, and you have pain in your throat chakra. So how will that be when you have a concert, And I was like, these people are right. I'm sick right now, and I cannot do this. I cannot trust myself. But even when I do coaching, I have to use my voice. But my fears, my demons were raising around me, and like, no, you look, now you did the decision to sing, now you're getting sick. That will be your life. You will be always sick in your throat chakra. And at the very beginning, I was so scared. And I said to them, no, I do my singing. I will clean this blockage. I don't know what it is. So on some point, people always want to control everything. And then they always say, I have to know why I have this pain in my throat chakra. And you know what? Since these 12 years, I don't care. I just clean it out. And then I don't care if it's from my family, from myself, from all my blockages in my body. I just want to clean it out, because it doesn't help if I then say, oh, this was something from my family side. It doesn't help me. I still have my pain. So always come back into the now. So I told them, no, it will be amazing. But then I was alone at home, and my throat chakra was hurting, and I was thinking, I can never do this. I can never do this. I'm getting sick. Just think about it to do a music career. How that will be, how can I trust myself? How can I trust my own body? My body is working against me. So that was the very beginning. In this time, I had no clue that Michael exists, and I was really like the baby steps, like, hey, I would love to sing. Can I? Like really in this like pew 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 little steps. So and then the little steps brought big demons and big fears, and it was all in my body. It was all in my cells, and it was all there, and it manifested with getting sick and not be good enough, and you cannot trust yourself, and what you're doing, you cannot sing when you have a pain in
And
your throat chakra.
and
So yeah.
exactly what you said. These were literally the voices of
Hmm.
all of the fears of
Yeah.
other people. So
Yeah.
again, like it
Like
brings us right
programming.
back.
Yeah. Hmm.
Programming, and they're
Yeah.
really expressing from, if you look at it from the spiritual side, like they're expressing from their lower chakra, like
Hmm.
they're
Hmm.
expressing their fear. How are
Yeah.
you going to survive?
Root
How are you going to
chakra.
make it? Oh my,
Yeah.
like, and then now that's causing you to question your ability, to question your ability to express, and your passion and your direction. And now your body's like, wait, like
Yeah.
what's going on, right? So it's calling your
Hmm.
attention to what is going to happen if you keep involving and entertaining that energy,
Yeah.
like.
Right. Right. And then I had really to clean that out. And I mean, of course, in these 12 years, I sometimes I were sick or had something with my cut, but it for me then it changed into, whoa, this is my update. Okay, I be silent, and I receiving the update now. Ha! I changed it into, wait a moment, this is my update right now. Okay, silence. Okay, a little bit tea. I take care of myself. What
Right,
is my update?
you
Huh?
slow down. It allows you to
Yeah,
slow down.
yeah,
Slow
yeah.
down. I was just feeling a little under the weather a couple weeks ago, and honestly it gave me the opportunity to fast. I ended up fasting for 3 days, pretty
Mm,
just on water or just liquids. So, and of course, like we know all the science, and so many people are talking about just we know all of the benefits of fasting and just allowing your body to, like you said, just have that reset, to get
mm-hmm,
that new
mm-hmm.
update and kind of just clear things out. And sometimes it takes being sick.
Yes, and see it from like as an update, as a okay, what can, and again, W, what can I do for myself? Wait a moment, this is an update. This is not I'm sick or
Right?
something like the lower vibration, like let the dark energies in. No, this is my update. Oh, I am very thankful for that. Ah,
Thank, thank you
that
for
changed the
rest.
whole frequency and the whole perspective of the situation. And then like you said, then you can do the fasting thing, then you get more contact with your body, and maybe you have like a new idea, or you some art comes to you. So it's always connected in how you gonna do it with your point of view, and your kind of like where you standing in awareness, where you standing with yourself. Then it gets really the self-reflection. I mean, I have so many friends, they right now they say, oh my gosh, the world is so horrible and everything is horrible and this and that, and I get so stressed and things. And then they say, oh, now I don't have time for spirituality, and I say to them, you know what, when things getting worse, and when you don't when you are upset, and when everything is dark and everything is it's triggering you, then it's the absolutely perfect moment to be spiritual, because that's your moment. It's not the moment when everything is like la la la. Spirituality doesn't mean that everything is with butterflies and la la la, and we go with unicorns and things. That's one aspect. But the powerful thing is what you are doing when things looking horrible in your life, or things falling down. Where is then your spirituality? What that means then to be spiritual for you? So where is then your point of view? And from there, from this point, the power of the light and the power of transformation kicks in like a phoenix or something. And then when you went through and you say, you know what, okay, so someone died, okay, then I cannot pay this bill, okay, then I can, so okay, how I can manage tough situation but in the highest frequency of myself. And that's how you're going to learn to be in a good frequency and to manage things in a higher frequency and then to attract other things. If there would be no challenge in your life, absolutely nothing, you will never change frequencies. You will never learn what is really possible with your energy,
Yeah.
because sometimes we connect with our, I always say, I think I said it on the first soul song journey and of course on the last one, your creativity is the solution for your problems. And then you get creative, then you say, you know what, to pay this bill, you know what, I have this and that and I can sell that, or and then you learn to let go something that was anyway time to let go, and then you can go back to the flow. Or then someone died and you say, you know what, I want to learn to communicate with people from the other side. Let's read a book about that and get in contact with this person. Or all these things coming to you through different circumstances, and you can trust your life and you can trust your flow. And then you are like, whoa, when this would not happen to me in this time, I would never learn this or meet this person, or like find out there is so much more in my core than just like doing always the same and the same and the same and the same. Whoa, I am pretty strong, I'm pretty smart, like, you start to learn to how to look at yourself from a different point. So that's why when challenge challenges coming to us, or even dark energies, I would say, and I never speak about politics, but right now with the whole situation, it's the best what can happen, because now we have to learn what is our responsibility in the whole universe. You can, on some point, it's kind of like, we will look back. I give that as a promise. We will look back in 100 years. In 100 years, Sean, we look back together. And then we say, whoa, this was so intense and we learned so much for our spiritual path and like as a soul. And that was the best thing that ever could happen, and kind of like, but that's very like, that's in a very yeah, that's my personal opinion. But I always try to encourage my friends and the people around me to say, hey, if it's tough in your life, that's exactly how you're going to learn. It's not because you can read all the books. Nothing against books, okay? I love books, but you can read all the books. You can look. You can listen to all the frequency music, but when you never learn to bring that into your normal daily life, it's absolutely worthless, because it's the same like a fireman or a policeman. They can go to school 100 years, and if they never go out in real life and dealing with real life situations, the school was for nothing. Because the real life, it's triggering you so much. You cannot learn that in a school or in a book. You have to go out and do it by yourself. So
Right.
it's
And
up to
that's,
you.
and
It's up to
yeah,
you.
because the whole thing, and that's the thing with us, with schooling, with education, with literature, when we take whatever wisdom experience and write these things down, like these are the aspects that are able to provide the tools. This is just giving you the ingredients to be able to then build something, or go and discover aspects of yourself, or go out and explore. And I was even just talking with a friend yesterday. We were saying, like, even in the highest vibrational version of humanity, where everyone, we're all born with parents that have already dealt with their trauma, and like they're teaching us like that we're divine beings. And in that version of reality, there's still going to be conflict. because like that's literally where we get to use these ingredients. This is where we get to use the tools and actually practice with these concepts, practice with these ideas, and
Right.
actually see how they work for us and in interaction with other elements and
Yeah.
other people. It's through that. And I was envisioning it like when we take two quartz crystals together, and if you rub those crystals together, you'll
Mm-hmm.
start to see the sparks of light just
Mm-hmm.
shoot off
Mm-hmm.
from it. And it's like it literally, and it's through the friction. It's through the
Mm-hmm.
friction created by two objects that
Mm-hmm.
create light.
Yes.
And that's how we see the light. Like
Yeah.
we get this information, we get the wisdom, and then we go out and something causes friction. And
Yeah.
if we're able to remain like grounded and able to remain aware, then we're able to see how the friction creates light. And
I
I
don't
think,
so I
that's what
don't
it's
want to correct yourself, you or something, but I don't think that wisdom comes from book when you read a book. So there is the information. So you read a book or you
right,
listen to music or to a podcast, you have an information.
right,
But then you go out and make the experience, and then it starts to get into wisdom because your
right.
body
What
needs
I
an
was saying is like you write
experience.
down. Yeah, it's like we
Yeah,
share
yeah,
the
and then you
wisdom
write down, and then
through
you
writing.
write down, and then it's your
Yeah,
wisdom from the
right, right,
information through the experience, and
right,
then you wrote it down, and then you have your own wisdom book. So kind of like, because your body has to, because otherwise it's just up here, and then your body has to make the whole experience. For example,
right,
before I came here to the US with the artist visa, so we had to, I did a plan in Switzerland, like a very good plan. So with who I get in contact, what I'm doing. So I did all the plan. I was perfectly like prepared. I came here and all the vortexes here in Los Angeles, they were so strong and they kicked all my plans in the garbage in 2 weeks.
right,
And I did my
right,
preparation 6 months. And I came
right.
here, and the vortexes here, they are so different, and the energy fields, and the
Right.
environment, and everything,
And
that all my
that's the
preparation
friction.
from Switzerland, right? And then
Right.
I started
So
to,
that's the friction
whoa,
I'm talking.
right, and whoa, where is the new information? What I do now, and then step by step, I start to learn. Okay, I have to go with the flow from Los Angeles. It doesn't help me when I'm sitting in Switzerland, and then I Google it and say, oh, and this and that and this, and then I come here, and this place, for example, don't exist anymore because it was not updated on Google, for example. Like, okay, so okay, what I do now with this new information and bring it into the quantum field, that I still can follow my music path and my healing path.
Right.
So, and I would say now I'm 1 year here and 2 months, and I have a lot of wisdom now. All the information changed into wisdom. So, like, whoa, okay.
And
So, the experience.
that's literally that's like the fractal. That's the way that
Mm-hmm.
it's able to work, is that one person has the real experience, they record their wisdom, that wisdom is then read. That thing that you read becomes, like you said, information. It becomes
Mm-hmm.
something to guide you so that you can now go and have your own experience with something. It just gives you some, so now you at least have, you have some, if we look at it like the journey is like a soup, it's like, okay, well, at least I have some onions and I got some peppers. You have, that's the wisdom of others that you were able to collect. You have your peppers, your onions, you have your potatoes. So now you're going to go and make your own soup with these
Yes.
ingredients, and you're going
Yes.
to see, okay, well, how many peppers do I actually need? Oh, I need a lot more peppers. I don't need all these potatoes. And now through that experience that you have, based on the guidance from someone else's wisdom, now you can develop your own wisdom
Yeah.
that's now yours, and that you can attest and you can tell someone else, well, this is why I know
Yeah.
why this is true, is
Yeah.
because I tried to do it and this is
Yeah.
how it really worked for me.
Yes. Right. And then the other point is for everyone. it works differently. So for other people, they don't like
Exactly.
peppers, they put carrots in there.
Egg.
So, and that I would say this, for example, right? And that's the beauty of
That's it.
spirituality, to share with each other, but not judging and not like, oh, I have the better than you have, because that's not spiritual.
No,
Ta-da! So,
everyone's soup is gonna be a little bit different.
yes. And everyone's soup is the best soup,
And
you
it's
know?
all the best soup. Like it's made with all the same stuff. Like that's
Yes.
why all the
Yes.
soup is just it's you might not like the soup, but it's not for you. It's their
Right.
soup. Like so
Right. Right.
but then
Right.
if you actually look, but then he's like, oh, what'd you make your soup with? And it's all the same stuff. It's all the
Right.
same stuff. That's it.
Because then it depends what kind of frequency you're putting in. And that's very personal. And nobody has the same frequency like you know. It's kind of like it's something very beautiful, like the fingerprint, like the energy field of yourself. And it's a whole mix of frequencies, and every being has his own frequency um, spectrum. Spectrum, I would say
Yeah.
spectrum, right? Like
Yeah.
his own
Yeah. Yeah.
spectrum.
Yeah. Like a signature, we could even say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, 100%. So, and I think, and that's the beautiful part about all of this. It's like,
Yes.
regardless if we're gonna get to that point, and I know we're going to, I guess soon. I don't know when, but soon, where we're gonna just be able to see that each side of the spectrum is is communicating the same information to us in different ways, because some
Yes.
of us are gonna understand it this way, some of us are gonna understand it that way. So we need these different ways to
Yes.
express what is
Right.
happening in our
Mm-hmm.
existence. Like
Mm-hmm.
we're just figuring this thing out and
Mm-hmm.
sharing with each other what we're figuring out.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah, I think if we
um, I would love to have your pictures and your books on a soul song journey on a Sunday, so that we can do
yeah
like something together in a garden, and then you can inspire people and have a speech, and that they can go into your kind of like exhibition flow and in your art
yeah
flow. So
definitely
we have this part as well in a soul song journey, soul song Sunday. So I think that would be beautiful to bring these two elements together on some point.
100%. Yes.
Perfect. So thank you so much for this beautiful talk. We had
Yes.
a lot of a spectrum, a big spectrum of energy.
Covered it all,
And
you know?
yeah, yeah. So now I'm hungry, and I think there's still a little bit bread from Soul Song Sunday.
Ooh,
So ooh, nice,
nice,
right?
nice.
So, and our next Soul Song Sunday is on the 16th March. It's on a Sunday, and I hope you will be there as a guest, of course, where you know the place, you know the vibration, and it's always an honor and a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful vibration to speak with you, to learn from you, to get inspired about your art and about your view to the things. And I'm just very thankful that we have met in this lifetime and that we are connected.
Yes, to all of that. Thank you so much. No, that was beautifully said, and yes, and I just think that said everything. So yeah, these are miraculous encounters, every person that we come across. And yeah, just very, very blessed and very thankful to be able to experience Dust of Soul. Whoever is listening, whenever you're watching this, and a Dust of Soul event is just such a heart-centered and it's a deep breath. I don't know how else. That's the first. It's very much a deep breath, and we don't always get a chance to slow down and take a deep
Mm-hmm,
breath. So um,
mm-hmm,
yeah.
mm-hmm.
So very
That's
very thankful for being
right.
able
Yeah.
to experience your magic, Michael's magic, And yeah, just continuing. Can't wait for more and of this beautiful collaboration. That sounds wonderful. So excited for to do that, and just to continue to really just share this, to share the fact that there is higher frequency, there is higher vibration, there are broader ways of thinking, there are broader perspectives, and there is a oneness and interconnectivity amongst each and every one of us, amongst everything alive on this planet, which has been said in every holy book that we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
anywhere.
Many
So
songs, many
all of
songs.
the songs, like everything is just in one way or another
Yeah,
expressing the way that we are connected and the way that we share this experience. So yeah, we just keep telling people,
yeah.
keep letting people know.
Yes, yes. Step by step. So thank you so much. And I wish you a beautiful afternoon and talk to you soon. Maybe we can do a next live
Yeah.
with other topic. And yes, if someone wants to connect with Sean, please here on Instagram and get in contact with him, send him a message and check out his Instagram, his work, and of course the book and his artwork. So everything is here connected, and you are very available on many different channels. So there is no problem to get in touch with this beautiful soul. So thank you so much, and we wish you all a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. Thank you for your time, and thank you for that beautiful life. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.